Welcome to Great American Health.
So Stefan, you got all this stuff here. I'm dying to know, what is this about?
All right, I recognize this is a big statement here.
It's a big statement.
I really wanted to get the point across.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Here you have some cereals and you have some cookies over here. This represents sort of like what we do in America, what the foods we're consuming. We eat enriched foods and we feel, maybe we're getting the nutrients that we're probably supposed to be getting. But if they're processed, we're really at a big disadvantage. And so we have the cereals, the cookies, you get all this extra gook, all this extra junk along.
Fortified, so-called fortified foods.
Fortified, enriched, right?
Which I always think is like robbing a bank and giving back the teller $20 from what you took from them.
Exactly. So we have our foods, and really, is this an ideal source of calcium? Not necessarily.
Not at all.
Okay, because we have to eat a whole bunch of it. Here, we take antacids, and we use this as a source of calcium. And one of the biggest jokes is that they have these antacid ads and say it's a source of calcium. Well, it's sort of like your enriched foods, okay? Because
it's worse.
It's worse.
And I'll tell you why. I think you're about to tell me, but I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Because an antacid, what does it do to acid? It neutralizes it. What do you need in order to absorb calcium? An acid environment. So it's actually getting rid of the very thing that's going to help you absorb and digest that calcium.
It's like a catch-22. You might as well get a box of chalk and, start swallowing that, because that's exactly what you're doing when you're taking calcium carbonate.
It's not the best. It's not the best form.
It's not.
What do you got here?
Okay. What I have here is I wanted to give you the equivalent, the amount of food you'd have to consume to get just 1 scoop of Calabsorb.
By the way, what is in 1 scoop of Calabsorb? Tell us again what is exactly in it.
You are getting 1,200 milligrams of calcium.
Good amount.
From the citrate form, which is one of the most bioavailable forms.
Absolutely.
You're getting 600 milligrams of magnesium from the citrate form again.
Now tell me about why that's so important, because as a nutritionist, I've had to make this point hundreds of times in my practice, that throwing calcium at a problem in order to get strong bones, for example, is only half the battle. You need other minerals and vitamins in order to make the use of that, in order to get it into the bones where you want it. And one of those, probably the most important of all of them, is magnesium. And many calcium formulas don't have it. And it needs to be in the right ratio, which is about 2 to 1. And that's exactly what you've done with that.
That's exactly what we've done here. But you're also getting 800 IUs of vitamin D.
And that's very, very important. Now, vitamin D is probably one of the most underrated vitamins that we know about. So we need vitamin D. We're not getting enough of it, and it's absolutely necessary to make the most of your calcium and magnesium.
Absolutely. So we double the RDI, give you 800 IUs of vitamin D.
Which is a good amount. 600
magnesium, the 1,200 calcium, and also you're getting 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C to give you that acidic environment in your stomach to promote even better absorption.
Okay, so tell me about Calabsorb. I want to know what this stuff tastes like.
Okay, let me show you here. What I love about Calabsorb is that it's very simple to take. All you take is 1 scoop.
Right, 1 little scoop.
Flavor. Let me show you. Here's an example of it. Breaks down, but you don't even have to do that.
You don't even need to stir it?
They put the spoon on set. We don't need it.
Ah, okay.
Here, look at this. It fizzes up.
Let me see what this
Give that a
tastes like.
taste.
I'm going to tell the truth. This is really very good.
Isn't that good?
It really, and it has no sugar?
No sugar. Isn't that awesome?
This is actually, no kidding.
It is no
really
kidding.
Very
it's
good.
Great.
It's very good. All the flavors is good?
All the flavors are that good. You go to grape, it's just, it's phenomenal.
I'm just going to finish this right now.
All right.
Very good. Now, what do you got here?
I almost feel like making one for myself right now, but I can't because we have to move on.
What is all of this?
All right. So what I wanted to show, what was the equivalency of 1 scoop of Calabsorb, just one.
The one you gave me.
The one I gave you, what you would have to eat, okay? What you'd have to eat to get what you just took.
All right.
Very simple. For calcium, you'd have to eat 30 cups of broccoli.
Wow.
30 cups.
Great stuff, but nobody's going to eat that much.
Right. And talk about the American diet, which is what? How many servings of fruits and vegetables do you have?
Maybe 2, and most of them are ketchup.
Right. So they're far deficient in the greens that they need to take on a daily basis. For the magnesium, you're looking at 25 cups of asparagus.
Really?
Okay? In addition to that, to get the 800 IUs of vitamin D, you either take 40 eggs, you got to watch your cholesterol though, so it's important, 8 glasses of milk, or 66 ounces of Swiss cheese. Now that's a lot of
food.
dairy.
It's a lot of food. And the point is really 800 IUs of vitamin D is a perfectly good amount, but look how much food you'd have to get. That's what I always find ironic when they say we can get everything we need from food. Well, we may be able to get everything we need to not have a vitamin deficiency, but we can't get the optimal levels for really optimal well-being and health unless we're willing to eat very differently than the way we eat right now.
That's right. In addition to that, in order to get the 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, you'd have to have 14 oranges or 12 cups of strawberries. Now, just looking at this, it's amazing. It's mind-boggling of what you would have to take, what you'd have to eat to get the equivalency in just one scoop of CalAbsorb.
Nobody's saying not to eat these wonderful foods. They're
Absolutely.
terrific for you. They have
We
other
need to
things
eat it.
besides.
5 to 8 servings a day, we should all be doing it.
Absolutely, or more.
But Johnny, unfortunately, we're not.
We're not.
We're not.
Right.
But go ahead.
And if you want the optimal dosage of calcium, magnesium, vitamin D for bone health and for all the other things that it supports, it's a great way to get it.
And it's
very good.
And
It
it's
really
the
does.
ideal 2-to-1 ratio of calcium to magnesium.
Yes.
And one of the things I love about this, in addition, Johnny, is that because it's in the liquid form, you don't here. Let me show you this. Because it's in the liquid form.
You give me another flavor.
I'm going to give you another
All right.
flavor in a minute. But here, you're talking about a calcium tablet, right?
Yeah.
This goes in your
I've
stomach,
seen this kind of
right?
demonstration,
Okay,
right.
it has to break down,
Right.
okay, and it's not. But if you think about that and compare it to,
I thought you'd never offer me enough. For God's sake.
compare it to this, and you know what's here, and what I love about this is that because you're getting these minerals right into
This
your
one's
body.
even better.
I know, isn't that great? Because you're getting these minerals right in your body, you feel the difference. Now, have you ever taken a Epsom salt bath?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Very good for magnesium.
Very
actually.
good for magnesium, okay? It relaxes your muscles. I mean, and people, if it's their lower back or if it's their legs or their shoulders or their neck, you feel the difference.
Absolutely.
Epsom salt is magnesium.
Yes,
it gets
it is.
right into your system. Well, the same thing with CalAbsorb. Because you're getting the magnesium, it helps to relax your muscles so you feel the difference.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. And you know, a lot of nutritionists know this. It's a natural relaxant, so it has so many wonderful properties if it gets absorbed.
If it gets absorbed.
And that's the big if.
With a capital I.
This is great stuff.